2.5K in between 2 to 5 minutes of racing. And what a lot of stuff you can fit into those 2 to 5 minutes. 50, 200, 250 points respectively for the elite men. And for the elite women, quali gets you 50, semis get you 150, and the final gets you 200. Lots more to think about this season for the downhillers. And you can see there, this Lenzerheide Bike Kingdom track. Stretching off down the hill. Let's take a closer look at it now. So you leave the start hop through the open section, down over the Grandbunden, full gas step up into the woods for the first time then. A track of two halves, really this one you'd have to say. The stuff that is out in the open, very bike parky, very, very one line, very, very fast. And then once you get into the woods, plenty of roots, rock, and peril away. It skips anchor, Shimano, too steep to plunge. That's the new section. Steep is the right word, although it doesn't do it justice. Vittoria, Graphene, Road Gap, the Oakley Prism, speeding section. And then they start to wind on the speed again for the final stretch. Bike Kingdom Edge, Motor X cabin hit. These final two turns, that big left-hand berm and then into a slightly flatter one before the big drop. We saw them being pivotal in the junior racing yesterday. Broadcast for the first time. And there is one of those final drops. So the elites are on course, just getting their final preparation runs in this morning. Getting their eye in. Let's take a look at this course.
Hello, I'm Cedric Gracia. We're here for the first round of the UCI Mountain Bike World Series. We had Loic Bruni give us a full run of Lenzerheide first World Cup. Check this out.
We're here in Lenzerheide World Cup 1 of the season. I'm going to take you down the track. It's a little bit changing today, so I hope it's going to be dry and I hope it's going to be fast. Let's go.
I'm with Loic Bruni. Start with a big off camber in the grass, really wide taping, but look like it's one line outside and super fast out of the gate. That's what rider want to want. Two movement here with two double drop. We turn in left to like a rocky section, with a little bit easier than before, but still a big off camber. This is basically the first area you need to be on it. Really high up there, another compression here. He's actually yelling because it's a big compression. And speed again. He's going to get out that wood section for the first high speed and first big double. It's when you put your full hands around the grip and don't touch your braking lever. Big whip. First whip, entering in the wood section. Two lines here, outside and in the middle. He took the middle, a little bit out here, but not touching the brake. This is Loic Bruni's signature. Going down another high-speed section where Bruni is shining, like taking the hip and taking the smaller table. I don't know if he will do that at the race, because with the speed he's aiming, I don't think he have time for the small jump. Changing the light a lot between like super bright and dark, getting off those drops. And two new lines here, we have right and left when it's taking inside. We're entering the woods again, another big off camber with a big head on the right, taking that berm. Straight down the hill, it's super steep in here. Many lines, he's taking outside, inside, middle, exiting inside for the next one. That's a good line. Getting out the woods, another drop. This wood section is straight down the hill. Left here between the rocks. Oh, this is really scary for the derailer. Going back into the trail. Okay, he's recovering here a little bit with those capo drops before the table. Like one nice wood table here crossing the road. Another right. This is more like bike park stuff. He's taking all the berm like full speed, no brakes. One of the last drop, he's aiming for the big table, and be careful that left corner here. Oh, it's almost done. Two flat corners right and left. Last drop, and it's a finish line for Loic Bruni. Oh, that was fast to me. Oh, I'm sweating. I felt like I had to run.
Well, Cedric Gracia there, impressed with that. It takes a lot of a man and such good nick as he is to sweat watching a video of Loic Bruni descending this incredible course in Lenzerheide. So only really that new steep section changed much here in the bike kingdom, but it is absolutely like falling down a lift shaft. Conditions super rough and blown out throughout practice, but as I said at the top of the broadcast, we did have a little bit of rain. Let's see who the contenders are going to be ahead of this elite women's race today. Camille Balanche, the overall points title holder from last season, racing on home soil at round 1. Doesn't get much more pivotal than that. Velo, obviously eyeing a big result in Leogang next weekend, but the perfect warm-up for that would be a win here for the world champ. Tanny Seagrave is back. She missed the majority of 2022, but the British rider riding for FMD back in the mix and hoping to get things off to a winning start. And this woman is the talk of the town. Rachel Afferden is back. The winner of 39 UCI World Cup races. Can she get to 40? Second fastest in quali yesterday. Rachel Afferden, you know you're fast whenever your surname's in the team name. What can she do today? There we go then, the crowd's starting to filter in to this Swiss venue. And we caught up with one of the riders they will be cheering on, Camille Balanche, earlier this weekend.
We are here with Camille Balanche, the reigning World Cup overall champion. Camille, we're in Switzerland, we're in Lenzerheide. How does this feel starting the season in your home country?
Really, really good. It's been so long. The start is super late this year, so I'm super excited to start, really.
Bit of a new format this year. We've got a semi-final and a final and a qualifying. How has your preparation changed for this new schedule and this new format for 2023?
Not a lot, to be honest. Like, for sure, we did a World Cup simulation and we tried this new schedule with the semi and final the same day, but I haven't changed my training specifically for that. I think, yeah, just that one run gonna be for sure super demanding on the mental side, but I'm just gonna try to manage it and save my energy as much as I can.
A couple of new changes to the course up there, very minimal. What do you think so far?
It's good. Yeah, like you said, almost no changes except for the start, so pretty much the same, and it was a good course, so should be good.
Do you have any different line selections or wet weather options ready? Did you suss them out earlier, or is it you're pretty confident with what you have?
I'm pretty confident with what I have, but I want to stay open-minded and yeah, still be open if a new line opens and maybe one get destroyed. So I know where there is some good lines, but for the first run I also know which line I'm gonna ride, which is pretty much what I was doing last year.
Fantastic. Kit looks great. You look great on the bike. We're looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
There we go, Camille Balanche ready for this one. But we are gonna head over back to Josh Carlson now. Find out how things are looking up there, out on track.
Here we are, the discipline we've been waiting for, the round we've been waiting for. The Downhill World Cup kicks off here in Lenzerheide this weekend. We've seen qualification yesterday. Now we're into our brand new format, the semi-finals and the finals. The course has been dry, fast and loose all week, but as you can see, the clouds are building. There is some impending weather, so it could turn the track a diabolical mess. The crowds are building, the excitement's there. We cannot wait to see what happens today in our very first round of the UCI Mountain Bike Downhill World Cup here in Lenzerheide.
There you go, your daily dose of big Aussie enthusiasm from Josh Carlson, who'll be with us all weekend here at the UCI Mountain Bike World Series. Giving us his analysis from out on course. Let's check out the semi-final start list then for the elite women. Lisa Baumann is going to kick things off, another Swiss racer racing at home. Sharna Hearn for the YT mob, The Aussie national champ will be closely behind her. Louise-Anna Ferguson, Gracie Hemstreet, Yankova, both up into the big leagues for the first time. And then we're into the business end of things. Hrasnik, Hole, Afferton, and Balanche, Marine Cabarrou, Seagrave. What can they do today? The lake there stretches out just at the bottom of the track. Absolutely stunning venue. Very much you couldn't throw a stone in Switzerland without hitting a stunning vista, but this place especially, absolutely gorgeous. So we are going to narrow it down from 18 riders. 10 will go through to the final. We do have some protected riders in there as well, but some of the big names will have to be careful. It's not a given that they're going through. And which of these riders earlier in the order will be able to dethrone them and claim a little spot of history and a seat at the big table for themselves? And it is almost time to go racing here at the UCI Mountain Bike Downhill World Cup, round 1 of 2023. Switzerland's Lisa Baumann riding for Commencal Les Ors will kick things off for us once those beeps start. It has been a long off-season, a long, torturous build-up to this one, but it feels great to finally go racing again with the downhillers. So as you can see, pretty much as I said earlier on, the stuff that's not in the trees, full chat, very, very fast, very rough bike park. Baumann leaves the start height and gets 2023 underway properly. See this top section then. We did see some of the junior riders come out of there and throw their runs away before they even got going. This is the off-camber section in the trees. Plenty of routes coming through there. It's wide, but there's so many lines to pick out. Baumann, we've seen her on the enduro bike actually a lot early in the career, but as with everything, Commencal Les Ors keen to mix it up under the tutelage of the Ravenels, Cedric and Cecile. Antoine Vidal as well, he's coming up in an elite men's race. What can he do? One of the most exciting young talents in France. You can see as well one of the trademark difficulties here in Lenzerheide is that dappled light in the trees. Big routes coming out throughout practice. Baumann clears that big bridge jump with ease and then heads back into the woods where it gets very, very dark very quickly. A lot of the riders in the junior ranks hanging over this right-hand line there yesterday before cutting back to the left. Seems to be the preferred option of attack. Here is one of the several road gaps then across the Lenzerheide track, and you want to anchor up super hard before heading down over those two inside lines. Some of the junior riders actually casing the road gap as well, so the back wheel landing first, and that impact just slows them down. This is that new steep section. Baumann straight down the middle. Looking really comfortable out there, you'd have to say as well, Lisa Baumann. Another road gap. That little turn as well, begging to be hit really hard, but you can lose speed in it as well. You see the track looking absolutely perfect at the minute. Oh, Baumann just stabs a foot, that's all right. Keeps the bike moving. Just a little stall, but I don't think she lost too much time off that rock drop to the left-hand side. And now it's starting to hurt. The lactic acid building in the legs and the arms. As she heads down into these berms, the right, then the left. And although they look more straightforward than the route sections in the woods, they are absolutely fundamental to a good time here in Lenzerheide. You've got to nail absolutely every part of this track. Baumann throwing it over the bridge, absolutely no fear, into this tricky right-hander off the big drop and down to the line. The benchmark time is set at 3:24.4 from Lisa Baumann. She looks up. Will she be happy enough with that one? I think she probably will. Louise Anna Ferguson then for Continental Nuke-Proof Factory Racing, excuse me. A young team on the move. Ferguson's done so much riding out in New Zealand. One of the big young talents. Again, someone who's not shy of riding an enduro bike, which is stage racing for those of you new to downhill racing, this first time tuning in. But today it is all about that one descent. Ferguson down through the steep section cleanly then. You can hear that Nuke-Proof downhill bike virtually silent as it's making its way down there. Long gone are the days where downhill bikes used to sound like toolboxes being thrown downstairs. The advances in the bike technology, absolutely night and day, even 10 years ago. So as I say, Continental Nuke-Proof really starting to make a name for themselves. Chris Cummings family. Ronan Dunn, we'll see them both coming up later on. And we will see her team, Veronica Widman, her teammate, later on in the running order today in this elite women's semi-final. A little right-hand turn. We saw Amory Piron on his way to his winning run last year. Just hop a little pole on the inside of it as Ferguson crosses the line. 9 seconds back on that time of Baumann's. So she wasn't hanging around up there, Baumann. Gracie Hemstreet then, one of Canada's big talents. So dominant in the junior ranks last season. Up into the elites for the first time. Hemstreet for Norco, clears the bridge, no problem. Off the big drop. She set the fastest time pre-season testing in Lourdes, and she's done the same today by 10 seconds. A 3:13.7 from Gracie Hemstreet. Yankova now, the Bulgarian, another rider up from juniors. Oh, and she's down. Yankova goes down, the 21 junior world champion. Oh, and she's staying down as well. A 2 times European continental champ. Pulls the goggles off. Marshall quick to get the bike away. And that is not the start to Isabella Yankova's 2023 she will have wanted. And now, as we see Mille Jonseth for Norway leave the start hut for Canyon Collective Factory Team, I am proud to say I am joined in the booth by the man himself, Cedric Gracia. Cedric, a mouth-watering day of racing ahead of us here.
I'm so excited. What we saw yesterday with the juniors, and now it's game on. It's final, and it's dry.
I am still recovering from that junior race. It was absolutely insane. So this year we are broadcasting the juniors live for the first time on the UCI Mountain Bike World Series YouTube channel, GCN Plus as well. The future stars of the sport. Mille Jonseth was one of those names that you would have counted in that category not that long ago.
Definitely a dry course today, a lot drier, like they create a lot of speed, and I saw already like a lot of mechanical this morning, like on practice, a lot of mechanical.
What was that, tires and wheels?
Yeah, a lot of, tires flat. Real flat. Yeah, you have to make sure those mechanics prepare the whole thing because not much timing between practice and racing.
And this is a good point, actually, that Cedric makes, is that there isn't a whole lot of time between the semi and the final. So a lot of teams experimenting with bike 1, bike 2. I know the Santa Cruz Syndicate, they've got 2 setups and they just basically drop the suspension in and out of them. Mille-Munching crosses the line, a 321.5.
Everyone is opening that corner a little bit, except Ryder, of course, when I say so. Usually people try to be in the grass now to avoid those 2 big compression out of the start.
Anna Newkirk for Beyond Racing. Really interesting squad. Really interesting looking bike, actually.
And she's not bad, keeping contact there. There's a 3, but now lost a lot in split number 4. She's almost 4 seconds off. We see a lot of people, you know, losing a lot of energy halfway, you know? Like, you have to keep some, really.
Yeah, you do. I think it's the same for us, actually, as well. We had to stay chilled. There's a long day ahead of us in here. But yeah, Newkirk made some time at split 2, but not to be for her. Where does that put her? It stacks her into 2nd place, so 5 seconds back, but not out of the running yet by any stretch of the imagination. Now, this is an interesting bike rider. Harriet Harnden from the UK, an enduro specialist, formerly a cyclocross specialist. She spent a lot of time on the road.
Wow.
And we talk about the likes of Tom Pidcock, Matthew van der Poel racing cross country. We haven't seen them on a big bike yet, and we're seeing Hattie Harnden here.
Oh, I would love to see Van der Poel and Pidcock doing downhill. That would be insane.
Hattie Harnden.
The Swiss of mountain biking, really.
She's 4 seconds back at split 4, though, Harnden.
Oh, those corners, you know, they sound and they look so easy. But that's where trouble can happen, you know, when you're so tired of like pushing so hard at the top of the track.
Harnden, of course, under the tutelage of Tracy Mosley in the UK. A fantastic downhill champion in her time as well.
A lot of English people coming as well as French people.
Yeah, yeah.
It should be a big battle like the good old days.
Harnden crossed the line into 2nd place then, so that might yet work out for her. Nina Hoffman for the Santa Cruz Syndicate, then a World Cup rider, but riding injured.
Yeah, injured. That's why she didn't do semi, because she was protected, but now she's on track, and always be careful. Look at the line. She opened the line here to get better speed, exit speed, but she's still cranking. But
yeah, she was protected now as one of the top 5 from last season, so she could just roll out Legate and quali, and she is setting about these splits.
Really good on split 3, but lost a lot of time at split 4. But, you know, riding injury is always in your mind. That's, you know, a lot of people, when they take the start, they forgot about it, but, you know, it's still there.
So she won in Fort William in 2022. She won a British National there earlier on the season, so perhaps warming up for a good crack at Worlds later in the year. Hoffman crosses the line now.
3:13.
3:13 into the hot seat for Nina Hoffman.
Not bad for someone injured.
No, that's...
Especially those days.
I'd like to be able to do that with a bad knee.
Even with one leg.
You see a German national champ's sleeve on her jersey, so the downhill riders, they will have their Steve Peat, legend himself, plenty of national championships on in his trophy cabinet.
So good to have him, because I was on track. He's so... You know what? You know, and when someone like Steve Peat comes in, he's like, okay, try this line on the left.
Yeah, he knows what he's looking at, Petey, doesn't he? We see Hoffman just over that rise.
Oh, she just landed pedal.
Straight onto the gas, yeah, you're right.
She's not afraid of sending it, that's for sure. When she shows us.
No, but such a precise rider as well, Cedric.
Yeah, yeah. Like, you know, we see a little bit stiff upper body, but I think she's loosening up a little bit. But she's, oh, you see the attitude in that corner. The attitude in that corner. She's not shoulders in the corner.
Yeah.
She's like a little bit as a skier, you know? Like, all the work is done under your hips.
Here we go then, Vero Wittmann.
From Italia. Hey, Italian in the game lately.
Another protected rider riding with the national champions colours of Italy on her sleeve.
Oh. Look at the crowd. Upper line here was beautiful.
Fast through there, Cedric.
Oh, and she's cranking. And she's still sideways and she's cranking.
Oh, you love to see it. It's great to be back at the downhill.
She looked like she's late for something.
Yeah, she wants as much time before the finals as possible. She's making her way down there pretty fast.
Wow, good carrying speed here. A little bit short on that jump.
Yeah, Wittmann well in touch. Half a second back.
Oh, look at that, the work, you know, like over those routes.
Those nuke proofs basically silent as well.
Yeah, that's important for a rider. You don't want to have
well-set up
extra
bike.
noise, you know, you already have in your head.
Yeah, Cedric, I mentioned earlier on the older bikes were a bit noisier than the modern ones. That'll be your sort of time, won't it?
Yeah, it was hard, and we tried to make them quiet. You know, there is a tube we cut. You know, we put on the swing arm to make sure we don't hear the slap of the chain. But hey, today you see them coming down, and you hear just the noise of the tire hitting the roots.
It's a great noise, isn't it? That sort of thud.
Oh, I
yeah.
love it.
So good.
Yeah, those noises in your head when you go to bed. I love it.
Yeah. It's so good to be back at the dyno, as I say.
That big drop too, like you see, like the women's, they even had to scrub those jumps because they're coming so fast.
Well, we saw yesterday, I mentioned earlier on, a lot of the junior riders just hanging that drop up a wee bit to tag the landing with the back wheel to slow themselves down a bit more.
Inside line here, I saw a lot of people this morning taking it.
It works if you can get off the brakes quick enough, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah, but yesterday a lot of lines changed today because they dried in the woods, then they can risk an inside line. And of course, you want to go, shortcut. You don't want to do extra terrain, really. Then everyone was trying this morning. I know from the inside, I know Marin Gabiru was trying it.
Maureen Cabarrou, of course, coming up shortly. Interesting to see what she can do this season.
Oh, and Rachel. How beautiful is that?
Rachel Afferton. Yeah, let's not get too excited.
Exactly.
Let's keep it.
5 seconds up for split number 3 for Veronica.
Yeah, 5 seconds back. She's lost time in there somewhere.
Yes. Connecting all those drops really good, but a little bit inside compared to Hoffman here. Like you see, like she's losing a lot of spin that corner, and she needs to crank, and it's not really the big crank she's giving. Like she's just turning the pedals.
And then she is protected, Cedric. Does that change the approach a wee bit? Do you just get your eye in a wee bit?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the right plan. It is points for semi-final. You want all those points for the final overall, if you're thinking overall.
Really changes downhill this season, doesn't it? It makes it a lot more a thinking game. Like, points are available, you got to try and win them.
Yeah, well, if someone give you points, you have to take them.
Here we go then. Vindman down the line with 3:22.79 seconds back. She will go through though as a protected rider.
Yes. Time of 3:22.73. And this is that Shimano.
Tanny Seagrave then for the Canyon Collective, FMD. Back with a vengeance. She missed all but one round last season because of a concussion injury.
We miss her so much.
We miss Tanny at the races.
Her style, her attitude, and a race effort. When she's going down, she's going for it like she's doing it right now.
And she's back this season with Phoebe Gale as well in the team. She's been a bit of a mentor for her, and the two of them having a lot of fun out there in the pits together. And yeah, Tanny, great to see her back.
An inside line here.
The FMD video series following her recovery from that concussion injury. It's something she's really, really passionate about now, and great to see one of the big names really being an advocate for it.
A lot of people are opening more that corner today. It's dry, and they're cutting a lot more other corners that was opening before. It's funny, they changed a lot of lines.
Looks great through there, Cedric.
Yeah, beautiful. And you see the hard way here. She's suffering on that section. These have to go
We've seen a few of them stall just. The bike just wants to stop a little bit. I think there's a rock just maybe behind that edge.
And sharp rock and a little bit of a uphill. Then you need to carry that speed to go over that first rock to carry on. But not easy. Easy to say, like I say. But we're not on the bike.
Commentary booth,
yeah, it's a lot easier. Except to keep the voice, but.
Seagrave then through those berms, over the road gap. They should be heading down towards the finish line now. Cleanly over that last table.
50k an hour.
50k an hour. Off the big drop, down the line. Seagrave 4 seconds back of Hoffman's benchmark of a 3:18, but clean, safe. I'd say she'd be happy with that.
Yeah, she'll be happy. It's like I say, it's only a semi-final, and she's coming back step by step. You cannot burn the steps here. Like step by step, get confidence again, and when it's time to send later on, okay, it's go time.
We head to the top now for a rider who you just feel needs a big season, Maureen Cabarrou, Cedric's compatriot. He's rubbing his hands with anticipation at the start of this one.
You know, like she had bad luck, she had big crash, you know, and now it's time for her, and she's not afraid to send in the semi-final. And yeah, like, you know, she was always on the top 5, 6, but I think it's time for her to maybe, you know, maybe a little bit more in the front. And
So
she have everything for her.
So she won the overall in 2020, 5 World Cup wins to her name, and she's just one of those form riders. You get them in downhill when it's on for her, there's no stopping her.
It's not stopping. And when she get confident, she's dangerous. And all the girls know that. And they've been working really hard with the team, and they work on something special on the wheels. Cannot say. But everyone is working really hard. And yeah, she's looking good. I think she's getting back to confidence, step by step.
Yeah, the 26-year-old riding for Scott Downhill Factory. She's been on that team for a good while now, and she's really sort of...
You see, she geared down. She found out she had the hard gear. She geared down a bit just to have a easier for that little climb. You have to be smart and, yeah, clever, but this means you composed still. You're not done, and that's good.
On that latest version of the Scott Gambler, which she's been on for quite a while now, and she's familiar with each evolution of it. She's comfortable on the bike. Good setup, good team.
That's important, you know. You cannot switch bikes every year.
Yeah.
It would never work.
Cabirou then off the drop.
Oh, a little whip too.
To the line.
Styling
Why
it.
not? A great benchmarker for her.
Nice work. 1.9 off for Marine Cabirou.
Third fastest in this semi-final then for Cabirou.
I'm so surprised of all the good-looking kids everyone have this.
Yeah.
It's bright, it's beautiful, it looks good on TV. Oh, this is great.
Been a bit of a nightmare as well because we've had to relearn what colours they're all in, but I know what you mean.
In practice, that's what I was. Who is that?
Phoebe Gale then. This is the rider we were talking about earlier on now. She's up from juniors. This is her first elite race for FMD.
Oh,
I wonder just as she came into shot.
Will we know quick? 2 seconds off on split 2. Yeah, it looked like 2.2. Yeah, I want to know what happened in that corner. You know, like when we saw, like
as we rejoined her there, it was as if she just sort of got going again. But 4.8 back for Phoebe Gale.
Yeah, she probably crashed because she stole that corner. There's a 2 inside corner there. Wow. Oh, let us slide here.
Just trying to see if I can see any dirt on her kit. Can't see any at the minute.
No, maybe she just stole it.
Yeah, maybe just got a bobble somewhere.
Yeah. But you see the way when she breaks the dirt, it's so brown in there, still a little bit of moist.
Yes.
Oh, taking the inside here.
There's no Comcam in the booth today, but you've just missed Cedric do the French kit, the chef's kiss for the chef's kiss for the dirt out here in Lenzerheide. He's loving it.
We all love that dirt when it's brown like this and tacky.
Yeah.
This is the kind of feeling when you start riding, you know too. You know.
Yeah, I know it. Gale on her way now. Just.
You see the entrance of that corner start to be a little bit like some, you know, braking bumps. You have to watch out on those, especially at the end of the track when you're tired.
Just 18 years of age, Gale. Plenty more racing ahead of her.
50k kilometers. That's fast.
Will she make the cut today? Gale then, 7.9 seconds back with a 3:21.6.
She got a bit tripped up or whatever.
Hoffman raised the bar, even with injured. European Championship on track.
Krasnik now.
Oh, nice bunny up over that thing, over that bump. Oh, aggressive ride in semi-final. I love that. Points are important.
Yep, Slovenian.
Oh, she's looking good.
It's fast through here, so and
1.2.
then someone turns the lights off on you and you've got to hang left.
You remember yesterday on the junior when it's steep there. It's really steep. You need to control that bike. Taking the same line and practice, not taking the inside.
1.2 off for the current European champion, Hrasnik.
Oh, nice carrying speed on that.
The 28-year-old teammates of Camille Balanche, Dorval AM Commensal, riding that Commensal Supreme.
Oh, look at the work of the four. I love to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, she stole a little bit, but she saved it good.
Yeah, she saved that.
Yeah.
That yellow pad yesterday for the juniors, it seemed to have like some kind of bike magnet attached to it. They were all having to swerve around it at the last minute.
That tree is saying like, kiss me, kiss me.
We went over this yesterday. You don't want to kiss trees.
No.
We both kissed too many of them in our time.
Oh, good. I like the way she's jumping the holes, like bunny up. You need to have a lot of energy, especially at this part of the track, you know?
This is the thing about Lenzerheide. It is a very, very high-speed track, but at the same time, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of holes that just want to just catch a wheel, slow you down, stop you in your tracks a bit. So fundamental in downhill racing, just to keep the bike moving all the time. Is as odd as that sounds, it is what it's all about.
It's true. And you don't want to brake too much on the brake bumps, lose speed.
So here we are then. Krasnik goes third. So Widman and Gale currently, as it stands, are through to the final. But this woman, Valentina Hull, the world champion, is on course for the first time in 2023. And you could see how hard she's pushing already.
She's going on semi-final. She won those points, and she's dangerous.
Cedric,
oh,
like, whoa.
What a whip.
So stylish.
Oh, I love to see this. This is insane, the level those women got in the last couple of years. Like, so comfy on the bike, aggressive.
Valentina Hull.
Look composed. Look composed. The inside line here.
Oh.
Look at, she's not, wow, a lot better than I saw this morning. She was braking so hard this morning, and now it looked like she's like touching less the brake. She's getting more confident on the inside line.
A 21-year-old then.
What a control of the bike, and she's styling every jump. Oh, look at that dirt flying out of the back wheel.
3 sets of UCI World Champ stripes to her name, 2 of them as a junior, the first of an elite. Came last season in Leger.
That was nice.
That was nice.
That was nice. She released the brakes exactly on that first corner just to line up. That was great.
Oh, Valley Hole goes down just before that little rock ledge.
That's what we talk about. It's a little bit of an uphill here.
Shakes the head. I wonder if she's done any damage.
Yeah.
Yep, the lever's the wrong way around. She is protected though.
Yeah.
But that is not how you want to prepare for a finals run.
Exactly what I wanted to say. That's not how you want to start your season. But now the most important is to reset the button and pretend this didn't happen, and this is a harder thing.
Such a fascinating sport, made even more fascinating by this semi-final format this season, because she's going to have to come into there full chat.
Yep, full on. And the thing, like I said, that reset button is so hard to find because you have to forget what just happened. And only a few people can do that.
Yeah, Valentina Hull, though, is probably one of them.
She was looking good. That little uphill into the rocks, so hard to carry speed, I guess.
Off the drop then for Hull.
Oh, that whip. Oh my God.
Valentina Hull.
Oh, she's so stylish.
Giving the crowd something to cheer for.
Yep.
No,
not happy.
it will be back to the pits.
When you go into the pits like this so quick, yeah, not happy. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
There we go. Now we're talking. We are waiting for this, for Rach Atherton to go back into business.
Doing it for the mums out there. Rachel Atherton is back at a UCI World Cup. 39 World Cup wins to her name, and she's going for number 40 today.
The fastest mum in the world.
Yeah, riding for Atherton. Continental.
Outside line here, different line. A lot more round and steady.
She was 6th last. She had a go here in Lenzerheide last season, and she was 6th.
Whoa, she's
but she's set about these time
she's looking at 2.3. She look around, so round. This is exactly what is dangerous in mountain biking. Sometimes when someone looks so composed and look like it's easy, it's like, you know, driving your car and the elbow out the window.
Yeah.
Exactly what she's doing. Bruni is the same.
Rachel Atherton in her prime, if you're new to the sport of downhill racing, an unstoppable force in the elite women's field. And do you know what, Cedric? She used to race like she looks like she's racing today, just composed and fast, not in trouble.
Oh, I'm having a flashback when she was racing in Caroline. She saw, oh, she have a problem on,
just
on
sat
the chain.
down there. Maybe just catching her breath. She's still 2.3 seconds to the good.
Yeah, went 2.3, yeah. But I don't know, it looked like she had an easy gear.
35 years old now, Atherton.
What a run. What a run so far for Rachel Atherton.
50 kilometers. 50 kilometers an hour down there.
Oh no, it's good. She's
well, stand by your beds, everyone. Rachel Atherton is back at a UCI World Cup downhill race. 1.6 seconds faster than Nina Hoffman. Into the new look hot seat goes Atherton. There's the trademark, hand off the bars. Yep, she enjoyed that one. Plenty more to come for the finals. But this woman, Camille Balanche, will have something to say about it.
And she's at home and she won those points. She's here for winning every single race.
Yeah, Camille Balanche, one of the thinkers, downhill racers. She'll know that there is points up for grabs here, and she'll want every single one of them she can get.
And she probably knows that Valentina had a problem.
She probably knows that Valentina had a problem.
Nice outside line, and I think this for me is the fast one inside here.
Oh!
Oh, she's taking risk
Yeah.
already in semi-final. She's looking good.
She was the first Swiss woman to win a gold medal at the UCI World Champs 2020 in Leogang.
Rolling that corner so good. Taking the inside. Nice. She's really good in corner. Really good.
A lot of attention around her this weekend, of
she's in
course, racing
green.
home in Switzerland.
Half a second on split 3.
Half a second into the green. What a fascinating concept this semi-final format is beginning to be.
She's doing exactly the reverse of everyone. Not nailing too hard at the top, just putting the gas on the halfway in the bottom. That's maybe the key today.
I think if you're as good as Camille Balanche, you've got those reserves, you've got the ability to be able to do that, but...
Fitness, hard training, and determination. She's looking good.
1.2 seconds, yeah.
And it looked like she's just cruising. How comfortable she is. Yeah, that's crazy.
Camille Balanche, nearly 52 kilometers an hour, down the line now.
2K faster than everyone almost.
Off the big drop, is this going to be a marker? Camille Balanche goes fastest in the semi-final here in Lenzerheide with a 3:10.1.
Wow.
And that is how you tell everyone that you're the champion from last year.
Exactly.
The overall title holder rolls down first, fastest in the semi-finals here in Lenzerheide. But plenty of intrigue out of that one, Cedric.
It's going to be a tight race.
It's going to be a tight race.
But I'm so impressed about Ratchet Atherton right away into Camille Balanche kind of speed.
Yeah.
And that's impressive. I mean, we're talking about Camille Balanche.
Here we have it then, your top 10. Camille Balanche, Atherton, Hoffman, Hemstreet. Up in 4th for Gracie Hemstreet, Krasnik, Cabarrou, Seagrave, Harnden. So it's Newkirk and Jonset who are in the top 10, who will make the big show in the final. Phoebe Gale just missing out. Veronica Vidman, Lisa Baumann. Valentina Hol's 14th is protected, so we'll knock one of those two I just mentioned out. We will get confirmation of that final list shortly. Here's Camille Balanche, though, setting about it. Great to watch.
Camille Balanche, a fantastic semi-final run there that obviously qualifies you first right into the finals. With the weight and the points difference this year, what does that change with regards to your strategy?
There is more point in qualifying for sure, so I didn't want it to go obviously for a win, but just wanted to do a good run, so I'm in a good position and I'm confident. So I wanted to be actually in 3 minutes 10, so I'm super happy. It's exactly what I did, and now I hope I still have some energy to push a little more.
So that's your A game. I mean, that's what's going to be hard for you. You know, is it going to be putting 90% in the semi-finals and 100% in the finals, or the other way around? I mean, how do you manage that?
I don't know. Like, it's the first round. Well, let's say I was 95%. We'll see if I still have enough energy. If I don't, then maybe next round I will have to give a bit less in semi-final, because the most important is the race day, so the race run. So we'll see. I'm happy so far, but I don't know how it's going to go for race day, for the race. The race run.
The race day, yeah. Thank you very much, Camille.
You're welcome.
Camille Balanche then. Well, happy with that one. So here are the results of the semi-final. Balanche, Atherton, 1.7 seconds behind her. 1.7 seconds, so Cedric, not
it's
nothing.
not much. It's, I mean, it's definitely possible, but we don't know what Balanche have in the back pocket.
So Yankova did get down, did set a time. Jess Blewett did not start. An exciting start to proceedings here in Lenzerheide. Let's have a look at Camille Balanche, how she did it.
She looked so composed right away. It's funny she took the inside line, but doubling up. in the grass. The first corner, I saw a lot of crashes. It looks easy, but definitely straight out of the gate, going that fast. She make the work the bike so good. Like, she's not braking too late into the holes, and she just release the brakes when she have to, just to don't stall the bike and carry speed over those routes. And she's using a lot of arm and legs to carry speed over those big rocks. That's a beautiful run, but I think she still have maybe 1 or 2 in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Like, she looked almost too comfortable, not in danger at any moment.
It's quite a feat to look comfortable on a downhill track
That
like
remind
that.
me the old days, Nicolas Vullios. It looked like he's cruising down the hill, and you have to go over your limit, you know, to be able to try to catch him.
Here is then your semi-final start list for the men.
This is going to be
In
big
Guyane will kick us off. Tristan Potter and Mark Wallace riding for Norco Factory Team. Thomas Estac, looking forward to see what he can do.
Oh, yeah.
Antoine Piron, Antoine Vidal, another 2 to look out for. Brooke McDonald, Kate Edwards in there as well.
Brooke looking fast too.
Ronan Dunn, Ireland expects. Oliver Zwar, Amory Piron, Greg Minar, Thibaut Deprella, Troy Brosnan, Danny Hart, Dylan Levesque,